This is the 217 Recovery Podcast with Corey Winfield.
You know, when people reach out and ask for help and it's something as simple as, hey, shipping her a box of tampons.
The one thing about this girl is she's never asked me for anything. She may have hinted about tampons.
September 22nd, 2020. This is the 217 Recovery Podcast. My name is Corey Winfield, and Marnie Liston's joining me.
Yep, hi.
Totally screwed that open up. I don't understand don't remember how to say the opening, but that's cool. Hey, we're here.
We're here.
I had a drinking dream the other night. It left me, I don't want to say paralyzed, but it had me some kind of way, man. It took me about 5 minutes to come out of it. After I woke up, I felt guilt. I felt ashamed of myself. And in the dream, I was keeping it from you. Mm-hmm. I was like, Marty can't find out. As I was going to the store to buy it, and it seems like I had some people that didn't have my best interest in their mind were, hey, man, it's cool. Yeah, let's do this, man. Just get a little pint. Oh.
I hate those.
When I finally came to and was processing, I 100% believe that I did that, and what a relief. I mean, not just you have a podcast and you start this business and you're transporting people to treatment and from treatment to sober living and to home or whatever, and you're just afraid of what people think. It's not that. It's just more like letting myself down. Mm-hmm. Where before, I don't think I really cared. People would say, well, you didn't hurt me, you hurt yourself. That's not how my mom talks either. I'm just saying, when other people, mostly my mom, would say that, though. They would say, you're not hurting me, you hurt yourself the most on this one, and well, okay, who cares? But now I seem to care, and I don't want to hurt myself, so those are good signs. But man, those dreams suck.
Yeah, I had them too. And it's when you do wake up and you're just that sigh of relief, like that. That was a nightmare. I don't know. It's weird. Like the ones I've had, I've never felt drunk in them. I don't have them often either. This makes it sound like I have them all the time. I've had them sporadically though. And it's mostly about me finding it and getting it or being around it or working in a place that has it. Those have been mine. It sucks we're not in control of our dreams. That'd be awesome if we were.
I think we are.
I mean, I try. It's all supposed to be. They say that it's like you processing what's on your mind. Obviously makes sense.
The only thing I could think of is in the dream I was hiding it from you, and you are all over the board with your job, and so your hours change with the wind.
Yeah.
First day of fall, by the way. Yay!
Officially.
Yeah.
Officially fall.
So maybe that's why you have different hours. But I mean, now it I don't know. I mean, I don't know. I never thought about that, but that's the only thing I can think of is now that I have a little more time, where the old me probably, if I wasn't serious about my recovery, yeah. Oh, hey, well, she's going to be gone. Should we sleep in? And yeah, I'll just, do it and she'll never know. Of course you would.
Yeah.
Who doesn't know a fire in their kitchen, who doesn't see that? You definitely see that. But I don't know, that's the only thing I can kind of think of. Maybe the new hours that you have, and I'm alone more now, it seems. So
yeah, but at least those it's not going to stay that way. It's just temporary.
Yeah. And I'm not really alone more. I mean, it's probably the same, but I don't know.
Yeah.
Just trying to put two and two together because
that's what we did, right? Is we manipulated and we figured out, timing and what's the best chance of me not getting caught doing this and the sneakiness and, all of that was the real me.
Yeah, and sometimes a schedule change is all it takes.
Oh yeah.
You know, there was times in my past where the schedule would change and that'd be perfect. That gives me half hour to get a good buzz on before they get home. And I would get home and go right to the bathroom. Mm-hmm. You know, had a stash in the closet. And then I would have a beer too, because I'm just drinking beer. I don't know. I'm not that drunk. It's during the week. I only drink beer during the week now. You know, I'm changing my life. And really, I have a fifth or whatever in the closet in the bathroom. So, and you know how my bathroom visits are. Right.
You wouldn't think twice if you were gone for an hour.
I could really be building a time machine in there. I could. And so, I mean, that gave me an excuse and a reason. And yeah, that's all you need sometimes. And I bet somewhere subconsciously that was going through my head, and a change. And it's very important, especially in early recovery, to set up a routine. Mm-hmm. You know, it was for me big time. You know, and I was always busy. I was always on the go. And I think that's good. You know, and when I say busy and on the go, I was busy with meetings too. You know, because living in sober living, I had to go to 5 meetings a week, and we went to more. But, you know, just having that, okay, I go to work, get home, hit a meeting, come home, eat some ice cream, or eat some ice cream, then come home, then go to bed. And, you know, the weekends would be kind of the same. And I was always looking for something to occupy my time, something in recovery to occupy my time when I wasn't doing much of anything else, you know, and doing the podcast as well. And then building the website, stuff like that. So now I've heard of people trying to stay busy just so they don't have time to drink, but then they ultimately end up working that drinking in anyway. Friend Jamie's, I don't know, man. I'm not sure what to do about Jamie. He's gonna have to hit that bottom hard, man, and he's gonna have to feel it. You know, sometimes your ego, you know, how you think of yourself can get in the way. And if you're not ready to accept what needs to be done, and when people tell you what, you know, hey man, this is kind of what you need to do, or you need to, you know, go to treatment here, or you just take a stop, just stop, take a break. You know, he's one of those people that, nope, I got to work. I have to do this, man. The world will not go around if I'm not doing stuff for it. You know, and when he realizes the world's not revolving around him, he will have a better chance of understanding and getting some of the key points of recovery and living this lifestyle. But
yeah,
you know, it sucks when people reach out and they're like, "Hey, this goes off the rails again." It's like,
yeah. And when you're talking about a bottom, I've been thinking about this a lot. I've been thinking.
Butt?
What?
What are you talking about? Bottom? Oh, you mean, okay.
Oh my gosh. Okay. So I've been thinking about.
Oh, yeah.
I've been thinking about how when you're talking about people hitting their bottom, like where they're at in life, right? Like what's going on? What are the circumstances of where they're at? You know, do they have a job? Do they not have a job? Are they happily married? Are they happily dating? Are they happily single? You know, what are their daily activities? And when you're at your bottom, all that is pretty not apparently happening. I mean, it's all those pieces are never good answers. I'm not saying it doesn't have to be that way. Everybody's bottom is different. But I've been thinking, what I'm getting at is I've been thinking about age, right? Mm-hmm. Kind of like how this came up to me and how, I mean, I've thought about it a lot, but just recently is that when people will share about their sobriety date, right? And they'll say like, I'm proud to be, and then they'll say something like 23 years sober. Mm-hmm. And I'm looking at the person, and I kind of feel like I'm judging, like, how old is this person? You know what I mean? I'm kind of guessing, like taking a shot in the dark, like, maybe they're in their, I don't know, maybe early 40s, mid 40s. And then I'm subtracting, and I'm like, so that means, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. How old were they when they got? So we're not saying that person necessarily even had to hit a bottom. Some people don't. Some people don't have to hit that desperation. You know, they recognize it, and then they're just like, this does not work for me, and I will be that, I will hit that bottom. I will, and I don't want to. And, you know, and that was just an example of the person saying 23 years old. Some people got sober when they were like 21 or 23. I haven't really heard like much earlier than that for the most part, like other than the early 20s.
I have.
Really?
Yeah, and that's a good point that you bring up, though, about the age and hearing that, because sometimes, like, before I had this go around, I would see those people and be like, you don't know what I've gone through. You don't know. Mm-hmm. And it's not even about what we've gone through. I'm glad they didn't have to go to the hospital and they're shut down, or, you know, them get resuscitated 15 times with Narcan. That's cool. They don't have to go through that. Like you said, you know, they don't have to go to that extreme that some of us do. You know, that's when they say it's different for everybody. It is, you know, and if they found a better way to live their life without substances, then great.
Yeah.
You know, who cares what they had to go through? If they're 21, if they're 18, hey, man.
Yeah.
More power to them.
Yeah. And I'm wondering in 15 years from now, for those people that are sober today that got sober when they were 21 and they got a year or got so, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. If they continue on that road, because I don't think we have enough information. I don't think we have enough statistics on that. Just to be interesting if like this go around in this age of, you know, availability of AA, availability of rehabs, availability of funding of rehabs, the fact that it's more out there and looked at as something that's accepted and real and a disease and, you know, so on and so forth. That's something that in 15 years from now, we'll look at it and we'll be like, people have gotten sober at a young age and stayed sober, you know, because of the resources that are available. I don't know. I'll tell you in 15 years, but it's just something that, you know, crosses random thoughts that cross my mind about, you know, and how hard it would have been for me, because I know I couldn't do it when I was too young. I had, you know, I was going to get it figured out. I was going to figure out the right way. And there was too much that of life in general, not my life, just life, where, you know, partying and celebration, there was too much to celebrate still. Mm-hmm. And for me, celebration was partying, getting drunk, you know, partying. It was getting high, getting drunk. And that mentality kept me in that there's no way that I have way too much good stuff that's going to happen to me where I'm going to want to celebrate it. And I'm going to be able to partake in the celebration piece of AKA drinking and partying, drugging, whatever. And it did not pan out that way in any kind of good way. But, yeah, I think that age is a huge factor in sustaining serious sobriety, maintaining, you know, your program. And I hope to God that young people that are getting it and, you know, got their routine down and got there and made that decision to, you know, turn their will over and, you know, put it in God's hands or whoever's hands it's not their own, that they're going to, you know, be able to carry out every day and live a sober and clean life.
For the young people that are out there getting it.
Sexual relationship.
It's not what
Really?
That's wonderful, you know, that they didn't have to go through all that. It really is. And as you were talking about when you were that age, I was the same way. You know, I wasn't ready. And I think that's when our brain forms that kind of protective shield around the alcohol. Like it becomes like we're Gollum from Lord of the Rings, you know. My precious, you know. Like seriously, that's all we think about. And if you look at it like that, if you look at it like Gollum,